Hi everybody, this will likely be the last video recording and a summary for the data class since we're into our final week, and I'm sure if I tried to make a recording next Sunday night it would be likely that none of you would watch it, and I would not blame you in the least. I know that you're trying hard to get all of your assignments finished, and you're probably getting a little weary at this point, wanting June to be over with. And I feel a bit the same with the grading, but really affirming to me to be able to see all that you're putting on your discussions and the depth of the conversations that are going on. It's just really been a great class, and I appreciate so much the participation of everyone in the class. An update, remember that I sent you a note last week that we would eliminate the final reflection assignment, and I'm holding to that, so we won't do that. But someone did ask me a question, since that's happening, could we get an extension on the other assignments to June the 28th, and I'm really okay with that. You're trying to get those assignments finished. I'm behind you with the grading. I feel pretty good about where I'm at with your grading, but I have 4 things left to grade. I've left the blog. I've looked through your comments on the blog, and I got so involved in it that then I just got more involved in the conversation than I did with the grading. So I'm going to go back to that probably next week once my July class gets up and going, so I can spend a little more time with what you're saying there on that blog. So that one is remaining to be graded, along with assignment 4, the gaps and root causes, the case study that's coming up soon to be due, and then your final discussion over Chapter 8. So it's fine if you want to or need an extension to, I guess it's the 26th. That's the time frame I had on the outline. My apologies. I think I said June the 28th. So if you need until the 26th to get things finished, don't worry about that, and just get things in then if you can, and then I will finish grading things the first week in July, and should have your grades in by the end of that first week. A couple of other things, the things that I have been reading about in your discussion about when I graded your achievement papers, and then the last discussion that I graded, I think it was discussion number 4, several of you were talking about not just looking at your achievement data, but your how you were being intentional about wanting to get those conversations started in your schools about the intersections with demographics, which a number of you are still doing, and achievement, and particularly, as we have all stated so many times, perceptions are the ones that seem to be down on the priority list. And maybe in the state of Kansas, with the direction that the state is moving with the Common Core and the new state assessments, maybe there will be more opportunity for schools to pick up and do a little bit more with how their students and their parents and their patrons are feeling about their educational experience and their relationships with the school. And I hope that will be so, and that once class is over, that you'll take the ideas that you've gained and get with your PLCs, your professional learning communities, other leadership teams, and your administration, and have some discussions about including perceptual data more as you begin to look at the big picture of student learning in your system. One thing that we won't discuss in the class, but on Chapter 10 of the textbook, Bernhardt talks about data warehouses, or a data system, if you will, to house all of your information about your school. I don't know what all of you are doing, though some of you have spoken just minimally about where your data is, where you gather it from. But after coming out of Texas a couple of weeks ago at the assessment conference that I attended, I'm more interested than ever in the difference that it can make for any educational entity, or any entity for that matter, if you have one place where you can put your data in, and that's easy for it to be taken out, so that you can have those conversations and you can have them quickly when you're able to get together, instead of having to look so many places for that data. She talks about, in that chapter, about the need for instructional coherence, a shared vision for the school, which I think we're going to talk about in our final discussion, and data-driven decision-making all working together in order to move the schools forward and to have that really good picture, comprehensive picture of learning and what's going on. And then the last thing that I thought was so interesting, because we were talking in our last discussion about the role of the principal, was Bernhardt's comment in that chapter about the role of the administration being to encourage the heart of teachers and to act as a cheerleader for those teachers. And I really do believe that is the person in a building or a leader in a college, at maybe the dean level, at the level of a department chair, say, who can really, really encourage faculty to move forward and to look at the data in a way that's going to help them and their students. So that's it. Just a short little update, and make sure that before the week is over, if you have any additional questions about anything, that you get with me. I've appreciated the questions for clarification on the case study, and I look forward to grading that and to reading what you thought about the case and how you reacted in the role of the principal. And I've also wanted to just let you know how much I've enjoyed the class as a whole. It's been a really great experience for me. I have learned a lot from all of you, from the different states that you represent, from the colleges that you represent. And again, I just thank you for how intentional you have been about the depth of the discussions. So best of luck as you continue on. If you're taking a class in July, and I think some of you are, and you might be taking a class with me, and I'm going to get a vacation because I'm going to do one class instead of two. I'm happy about that. And I look forward to seeing you all somewhere down the road as you continue on your educational journey. Thanks.